McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. If you like sitting on your backside and commenting on the telly, we have the perfect thing for you to do, and that is to take part in Gogglebox. Miriam Smyth is with us. You're on the lookout, Miriam, for new people.
We are on the hunt, Trina. Thanks for having me on the show. We are back for, would you believe, a 10th season of Gogglebox Ireland, coming back to Virgin Media Television this autumn. And every year we like to add a couple of fresh faces to the existing cast. So we are officially on the hunt. Now,
I am definitely one of these people who sits back watching telly, making comment after comment after comment. So that's what you want, isn't it? Somebody who, they have an opinion.
Yes, exactly. So look, we have featured, families from all over, from Donegal to Cork. We're on the lookout for fresh opinions, and maybe somebody who says something that we haven't quite heard before, somebody who has a bit of life experience, and, there's something behind that opinion. We're also looking for people who fit with the existing cast. So I suppose you could call it a particular interest list. And this year, that list is going to involve, in no particular order, families with kids over the age of 12. So anybody who has a couple of balchy teenagers sitting beside them with strong opinions, as you said, we'd love to hear from them. We're also looking for couches with different generations. So that might be grandparents and parents and kids all together. It might be somebody who hangs out with a neighbour who's a little bit older than them. We're open to lots of different permutations of that. And speaking of life experience, we'd also love to hear from groups of older friends. So retired people. They might be meeting up to play bridge or bingo or golf, or they might be taking a class together. Or maybe it's a group of mature women who meet for a cup of coffee and a chat regularly. But as long as they know each other enough to relax and completely be themselves and express their opinions, that's really what makes it work. It's people who know each other well enough to say what they feel.
And Miriam, it's not a case of a camera crew coming into your living room and setting up and all that kind of jazz. It's very simply done, isn't it?
It's very simply done. So you won't be expecting 10 trucks to pull up at the door like a film set. It's quite a small little crew that comes out to you. So we can make it work in almost any space. And we're also on the lookout, one more little person or type of person we want to add to our wish list. Because, as you know, Trina, the world has gone mad. There's so much happening in the news and current affairs sphere. We'd love to hear from people who are really into their news. So if they're racing out to buy the daily paper every morning, or if they're glued to the, prime time or the Tonight Show, we'd love to hear from them as well. Now, we've no hard and fast rules. That sounds like a great big shopping list. But occasionally people will come along who are not remotely close to what we've said we want. And they'll just catch us off guard. They'll say something really interesting or maybe funny, and it'll just be a little bit different to what we had in mind. So even if you're not on that very long list, throw us an email anyway. We'd love to hear from anybody who likes the show and feels they have something that they might be able to add to it.
Yeah, and as we said during the last time you spoke to us, Miriam, for the last series, if you have a celebrity friend, feel free to apply as well, because we love the way the girls had Imelda May dropping in, their mate from up the road.
Yeah, there's absolutely no harm. If Michael Flatley's your next door neighbour, sure, have him in for a cup of tea occasionally. We'd be delighted to see him. And I suppose one of the main things to say to people is we need a minimum of 2 people, obviously. You can't be chatting to the dog. And a maximum of 4. As you said, we have a little film crew that comes out to you on a weekly basis. And it's just important that the same 4 people are available week in, week out.
Okay. So what kind of time commitment is it?
Yeah, so we're beginning filming at the end of August. We ask people to be available from the end of August right through to the end of October, and they need to be available once a week. The filming process is something that we get into more deeply with the people who apply. It is a time commitment, but it's very manageable, and we work around all kinds of different schedules. So don't be afraid of the time commitment. We can make things work.
Okay, that's a great experience, actually. So how can people apply, Miriam?
So if they want to apply, they can drop us a line. Our company is called Kite Entertainment, as in flying a kite. So the email address is casting@kiteentertainment.com. So if they want to throw us a little email, they can tell us who's in their proposed household. So remember, it's a minimum of 2 people, a maximum of 4. And you can tell us your names, your ages, tell us what you like to watch together. That gives us a kind of a sense of who you are. And then let us know whereabouts in Ireland you're based, and make sure to put in a contact number, because once we get the emails, as you can imagine, Trina, we get thousands, we start to whittle them down and shortlist and make a plan for who we might give a call to. So once the emails come in, the next step is a phone call, and then we take it from there.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, if you want to be on Gogglebox Ireland, this is your opportunity. Thanks so much, Miriam. It's Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.